All right, it's 6:32. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to call this meeting of the Winton City School Board of Education to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Mr. Seymour, can you call the roll?
Mr. Spielman? Present. Ms. Bryant?
Present.
Ms. Knighton?
Present.
Ms. Miller?
Present.
Mr. Smith?
Here, thank you very much. Let's move right into 2.01. District Honors, Recognitions, Gifts, and Introductions. Superintendent Denny, you have the floor.
Thanks, President Smith. Good evening, Board. Good evening, everyone. Welcome on this really snowy, cold day. We're so glad so many of you can still brave the elements and be here with us. And we're looking forward to this evening's proceedings, especially this part, which is when we get to celebrate some of the great things our students and staff are doing in our district and in our community right now. So we'll kick things off with the December 2025 Horace Mann Fine Arts Student of the Month Award. This award will be going to a 12th grade band, choir, and drama student. And just a little bit about this award. To be nominated for the Horace Mann Fine Arts Student of the Month Award, students must maintain a GPA of 3.0 or above in the previous quarter, show respect for directors, fellow ensemble members, contest adjudicators, teachers, and other students, as well as family, show enthusiasm and a positive attitude, display commitment to rehearsals, concerts, and personal skill development, demonstrate honesty and integrity, and finally, have high moral character. The Horace Mann Fine Arts Student of the Month Award is sponsored by the Horace Mann Educators Corporation, a business partner of Winton City Schools, and students who are so honored will receive, as a part of this recognition, an Amazon gift card. It gives me great pleasure to announce this evening the December 2025 Horace Mann Fine Arts Student of the Month, senior band choir drama with a 4.227 GPA, Cameron Wilkinson. Yeah, come on up, please. We'd love to have a photo. And while y'all are coming up and getting the photo, I'll read some really great things that Miss Ashbrook, her band director, wrote about her. It says, Cameron has been a pure joy to have in band ever since she joined. She always has a smile on her face and is always willing to step in to help. Whether it be moving chairs, teaching someone to march, or talking to that nervous freshman who isn't quite sure about high school yet, she is always there. She is the band secretary and also president of the Tri-M Music Honor Society. Cameron went from being a beginner on flute her freshman year to being in symphonic band her sophomore year to being one of the top chairs these last 2 years. She consistently pushes herself to be her best, and one of the things I respect most about Cameron is her sincere compassion for her friends and music. She notices if a peer is not having a great day and tries to make it a better one. She is that person who really tries to feel the music we are actually creating, whether it's serious or fun. Cameron is very talented, both inside and outside of band. She is extremely involved in voice and musical theater and drama. She has been in all of the plays and musicals in our school, starting with having been the lead in Matilda as an 8th grader. That's pretty impressive. She also has been in shows outside of Winton Woods schools at the Cincinnati Children's Theater. Cameron is a member of Varsity Ensemble, Reverie, which is our a cappella group, if you're not familiar, and our Vocal Scholars group that receives free lessons and sings at Resounding Joy Church with Brad Caldwell. Her plans for the future are to attend the University of Michigan, majoring in music education with voice as her concentration. But she wants to continue to play her flute and be involved in theater as well. I am sure that no matter where she goes, she will do it with a smile and make us all proud. Congratulations, Cameron. The next award this evening is the Kiwanis Character is Key Award. This month is the character trait caring. And this award will go to one of our 5th grade scholars from our very own Winton Woods Intermediate School at South Campus. Students are selected for the Kiwanis Character is Key Caring Award based on the following description. Caring means showing a genuine concern for the feelings of others, showing compassion, understanding, and helping others by using kind words and actions. The Kiwanis Character is Key Caring Award is sponsored by the Green Hills Forest Park Kiwanis Club, a partner of Winton Woods City Schools, and the student so recognized will receive a La Rosa's gift card as a part of this award. Mr. Bell, thank you for being here this evening. Mr. Bell's with the Forest Park Green Hills Kiwanis chapter. And so we are hopeful to be able to acknowledge 5th grade student Milena Grant. Okay, we weren't totally sure if she could make it this evening, so I'd still love to read this about her. This is written by Mr. Williams, her assistant principal, and we will work on catching up with her next month so that we can still have a chance to recognize and celebrate her. Milena is a one-of-a-kind student. She's an extraordinary young leader. She goes above and beyond every single day, showing exceptional kindness, empathy, and care for her classmates and teachers. She walks into her classroom with a bright smile that instantly lifts all of those around her. She shines brightly academically as well, maintaining straight A's while also proudly representing her class and her school. She recently represented her class in the spelling bee, and we are so proud to celebrate Milena. So if you would, give her a warm round of applause. So Milena, we will attempt to catch you next month. The next award on the list this evening is the Kiwanis Student of the Month Award. This award is also sponsored by the Green Hills Forest Park Kiwanis Club, a business partner of Winton Woods City Schools, and the student so recognized will receive a La Rosa's gift card as a part of this award. This evening, we are proud to recognize and acknowledge one of our sophomores from Winton Woods High School. If you would, please help me in acknowledging for the December 2025 Kiwanis Student of the Month Award, Paris Twyman. Okay. Lack of Paris. Again, we will catch Paris next month, but I would love to read this. This is written by Mr. Brad Tash, his school counselor. Paris Twyman is a 10th grade student in the Academy of Global Studies at Winton Woods High School, and she has been selected as December's Student of the Month for the high school. Last year, Paris had a bit of a rocky start to her high school career and was not at the time able to reach her full potential. However, this year, Paris has really turned it on and ignited it, taking things to a different level. First quarter, she earned straight A's and is well on her way to being on honor roll again this quarter, second quarter. Paris has embraced her school community by getting involved in a number of activities. She shows off her musical talents as she plays 2 instruments in the school band, and she joined the guitar club after school, where she is learning to play the electric guitar. Paris was also a member of the tennis team this fall. Outside of school, she enjoys crocheting, experimenting with new hairstyles, and playing with her dog, Jordan. Paris was nominated by her math teacher, Miss Lakeisha Edmondson, who had this to say about Paris. I nominated Paris because she is an overall absolutely wonderful student. She is always friendly, extremely respectful, and works hard on a daily basis. Academically, she is extremely intelligent, exhibits an outstanding work ethic, and has high standards for her own and others' personal success. Paris has a great personality. She has a sunny disposition and always brings light and joy to our geometry class. Paris participates fully during class and is also always willing to help out in the classroom. She is truly a pleasure to have in class. If I had a classroom full of 30 students like Paris, my job would absolutely be a piece of cake. Congratulations to Paris Twyman, who's the high school student of the month for the month of December. Congratulations. Thanks, Mr. Bell.
Thank you.
And we will catch up with Paris next month. Moving along, the next award we would love to highlight at this time is the December 2025 Skyline Student Athlete of the Month Award. This is a senior at Winton Woods High School, and this particular student athlete is a basketball player. To be nominated for the Skyline Student Athlete of the Month, students must maintain an academic standard of 3.0 GPA or higher, Show respect for coaches, teammates, officials, teachers, students, and family. Show enthusiasm and a positive attitude. Display commitment to practice, games, and personal skill development. Display honesty and playing by the rules, and have high moral character. The Skyline Student Athlete of the Month Award is sponsored by the Forest Park Skyline Chili Restaurant, a business partner of Winton City Schools. Student athletes who are honored receive a Skyline gift certificate. This evening, we're proud to acknowledge December 2025 Skyline Student Athlete of the Month, senior in girls basketball with a 4.1 GPA, Miss Whitley Davis. The snow day's getting us, isn't it? That's okay. We will catch up with Whitley next month. I'll just read this briefly. This is from Miss Maya Johnson, the Assistant Athletic Director. Whitley Davis is an outstanding, high-achieving student athlete. She maintains a 4.1 GPA and was selected to participate in the University of Miami Early College Academy, where she takes university courses and earns college credit. The students involved in that program, by the way, can graduate not only with their high school diploma, but also an associate's degree from the University of Miami. So it's a great program. So she's able to take advantage of that. But she is also a member of our 2025 Division II Girls Basketball State Championship team and has contributed to back-to-back Eastern Cincinnati Conference championships as well. Most recently, she earned MVP honors at the Hoop for Harvest event, recording 20 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Whitley is a true team player, consistently doing whatever is needed to help her team succeed against any and every opponent. She has accepted a full ride scholarship to North Carolina A&T University, where she plans to major in biology. Please help me celebrate and acknowledge Miss Whitley Davis. And we will catch up with her in January as well. Backtracking just a bit though, excited that one of our previous awardees was able to join us this evening. Would Milena please come to the front? Hi, Milena. Welcome. We're so glad you're here.
You're so cute, Jess.
Congratulations, Milena. Proud of you. All right, the next award this evening and recognition would be the Skyline Teacher of the Month Award. And for this month, the month of December 2025, we're thrilled to be able to acknowledge one of our very own teachers from Winton Woods Intermediate School at South Campus. But just a bit about this award first. To be nominated for the Skyline Teacher of the Month, teachers must demonstrate the following: excellence in the classroom by using instructional practices that support higher academic achievement. Motivation by encouraging and motivating students to surpass their expectations, both academically as well as socially. Leadership by having a positive attitude with students, parents, colleagues, and the community. Creativity and imagination by demonstrating creativity in teaching in a way that inspires students to learn. Dedication by showing excellent attendance, punctuality, and overall dependability. And communication by communicating effectively to their classrooms, parents, colleagues, and beyond. The Skyline Teacher of the Month Award is sponsored by the Forest Park Skyline Chili Restaurant, a business partner of Winton City Schools, and teachers who are honored, as you might imagine, would receive a Skyline gift certificate. This particular teacher also happens to be a Winton Woods graduate. We love seeing alumni come back, obviously, and I believe she was class of 2018. Would you please help me and join me in acknowledging and recognizing Miss Shayla Whitty. Did I get it right, Shayla? 18? 17. Shoot. All right, close. And while you're assembling for the photo, I'd love to read this excerpt from Miss Deneen Fields, her principal. She writes, Miss Whitty is an exemplary intervention specialist at Winton Intermediate School, consistently demonstrating excellence both in the classroom and as a community leader. A proud Winton Woods alum, she brings her master's level experience directly back to the district where she was educated, driving significant student growth through meticulous planning and collaborative leadership. Ms. Whitty is currently the visionary behind an improved English language arts and math instructional plan for 6th grade students, and particularly those students with disabilities, ensuring that they receive targeted, innovative instruction. Her success is rooted in her great rapport with students and her commitment to great collaboration with her peers. Furthermore, she actively mentors a first-year intervention specialist, solidifying her impact as a supportive team player, all while fostering school spirit and leadership skills as a dedicated cheer coach. On top of it, she coaches cheer as well. It is with esteemed confidence that I nominate Ms. Shayla Whitty for Teacher of the Month. Thanks for all you do, Ms. Whitty, and congratulations. All right. Moving on to the next recognition, we were able to reach this particular student. I don't believe she was able to join us this evening, but if you direct your attention to the monitors, you could see on display an award-winning piece of artwork. This was done by Winton Woods High School student Corabelle or Corey Blevins. And she entered a contest, a citywide contest called Love Grows Here, the Love Grows Here Art Competition. We'd like to congratulate Corey, who is the first place winner of the citywide Love Grows Here two-dimensional art competition. This was open to teams ages 13 to 19 in the Cincinnati area and was sponsored by Beach Acres and the Contemporary Arts Center. As part of her award, she won a $150 Visa gift card, and her artwork will be on display for 1 year, one full year at the Beach Acres Parenting Center near Mount Adams. Corey, were you able to join us this evening? Corey Blevins? Okay, she told us she probably wouldn't be able to make it, so we will catch up with her, as you might guess, in January. But we're extremely excited and very proud of the work she's done, and you see the artwork's absolutely beautiful. So congratulations. All right, I'm excited to announce that we were able to be joined by one of our previous award winners. Would you please come to the front and join us, Paris Twyman. Paris, who'd you bring with you this evening? Awesome. Let's invite them up too. Okay. Yay. So Paris was our Student of the Month award winner for the month of December. That's the Kiwanis Student of the Month. Congratulations, Paris. We're so glad you could be here. Congratulations, Paris. We're proud of you. Thanks for all you do. And thank you, Mr. Bell, with the Green Hills Forest Park Kiwanis Club. Moving along to the next recognition this evening, we are excited to share that one of our very own principals here in Winton Woods City Schools is the recipient of the 25th annual E. Kathleen Cook Unsung Heroine Award. So I'd like to ask this principal to come forward. This principal is the principal of Winton Woods Intermediate School, and it is Miss Deneen Fields. Congratulations, Miss Fields. And anyone you brought with you this evening is also more than welcome to come up for the photo op. Hello, Gavin, how you doing? Just a bit about this award. Ms. Deneen Fields, congratulations for being honored as a woman of influence and action in our community. Recognized as the K-12 Education Changemaker Award, Ms. Fields was presented with her award on November 8th at the E. Kathleen Cook Foundation's 25th Annual Unsung Heroine Luncheon at the Holiday Inn in Westchester. So congratulations on that accomplishment, Ms. Fields, and keep up all the great work. Thank you. Next on the list, we have a special recognition this evening. Recently, many of you probably, let me take a step back, many of you probably seen the traffic bollards. That's the technical term for them. Kind of like those green and blue balls you see up there at North Campus. Kind of like the Target, if you'd see a Target, but they're red, ours are blue and green, of course, because, you know, that's what we do, being warriors. And that project, along with several other key projects, were completed by a local volunteer organization and church, a volunteer project by a local church. So the Board of Education would like to extend its deep appreciation to the pastor of the Grace Hills Church and Grace Hills Church membership and volunteers, specifically the volunteers as well, who spent hours of time and energy helping to beautify the grounds of the Winton Woods Community Building and the Winton Woods North Campus, as well as Charlie Frederick Stadium. We've been blessed and fortunate to have this church play a big role in our community and really help take care of kids, families, and our schools, and in this case, even our grounds. So if you would, please help me give a warm welcome and extend gratitude to Pastor Brandon Schaefer. It's a courier. Thank you, Pastor Schaefer. We appreciate you. Thanks. All right, we'll backtrack one more time. We are thrilled that one of our honorees from last month, who was unable to make it then, but is fortunately able to make it this evening, was able to make it. This is the Skyline Student Athlete of the Month for the month of November. We're very excited to celebrate Ms. Trinity Johnson. Would you please come forward? Congratulations, Trinity. Yeah, and who'd you bring with you this evening? They're more than welcome to join you. Okay.
I know.
Yes, ma'am.
Shit. I'm only a super. Congratulations. I got the dates.
Trinity, thanks for your scholarship as well as your athletic skills. We appreciate you. All right, moving on, folks. This is the final award or introduction this evening, and we're very excited about this next award, or I should say introduction in this case. About a year ago, we started conversation with Green Hills Police, and in particular Chief Howarth, and we started thinking about the concept of a school resource officer for our South Campus and our community building located in the village of Green Hills. South Campus in particular is like a small city. There are 2,000 people occupy that building every day. It's always got a lot going on. It's a special place. and we started thinking about what would it look like to have an officer there as a part of that community. And fast forward to about a year later, and that dream or that discussion has turned into a reality. And we could not be more excited about that. And we think it's a tremendous value add for the school, for the community. And we're just very excited about that. So this evening, it gives me great pleasure to be able to introduce two school resource officers that are officers for the Village of Green Hills, one of whom works at the South Campus and the other works at the Green Hills Community Building, where we have a large number of students as well and staff. And together they can be a team to help cover both of those buildings and help meet the needs of our community and our students. And so we're very excited. Would like to ask the following individuals to please come forward. And at that time, folks, we'd love to ask you to please join us in a resounding round of applause. If you would, please help me welcome, as I like to introduce to the board, Officer Susan Taberke, Officer Anthony White, and Chief of Green Hills Police, Chief Jim Howard. Officers, would you mind just saying a quick word, just introduce yourselves to the board? The mic's right there, I'm sorry. I should have been more clear. Thank you, Officer White. Yeah, you don't need the mic, right?
Nah, I don't need the mic.
Yes, sir.
I'm Anthony White. I am a resident of Forest Park. I've been a resident for 27 years. Two of my kids graduated from Winton Woods. I'm definitely excited to be here. I've contributed to the last 10 years. I was a school resource officer at Taft High School. So it gives me great pleasure to come back to my own community and be able to serve and give back to the youth that I've loved working with. So it's a great pleasure. I'm very excited to be here and be a part of our Winwood School District.
Hi, I'm Susan Taberke. I'm primarily at the community building, but I also go to the South Campus every morning for drop-off in the mornings. I love the school district. It's been great so far, and just meeting everybody. I come with experience just like Officer White. I did 8.5 years at the City of Hamilton Police Department, followed by 20 years at Miami University. And so this is kind of my retirement job. So it's been great. I just thank you for the opportunity, and it's been wonderful meeting the kids every morning and feeling like I have a purpose keeping them safe. So thank you. Thank you.
I'm Jim Howarth, the police chief of Green Hills. I just wanted to take a minute to thank the board and Steve Denny, Superintendent Denny, and Jeremy Day. It's been a long road to get to where we are. It's been a lot of planning and a lot of commitment. I can say it was well worth it. We got two excellent officers that are going to do a great job down there. And it's just nice seeing them build up the kids and stuff, so when they do move up through the high schools and stuff like that, we build those relationships. So it's one of those things that, you know, we hope we never need them safety-wise, but just all those other things that come into play, I think, are going to be great. So appreciate your support in allowing us to do this. And once again, thank you, Steve, for everything, and Jeremy for making this happen.
Thank you,
So
Chief.
thank you. Thanks.
Officers, we just appreciate you so much and what you bring to the table, to our kids, to our community, to our staff. Thanks for making a difference. And we couldn't be more excited that you're part of the Warrior family now as well. So thank you for being here this evening. Board, that does conclude the gifts, honors, recognitions, and introductions portion of the program this evening.
Thank you, Superintendent Denny. Once again, congratulations to all those who received awards. We appreciate all of your hard work and all that you do to represent our school district and all the excellence that's within this school district. And of course, welcome to the officers. We are super excited to have you working with the district. It's going to be definitely a partnership that we're going to look forward to for many years to come. So thank you, Chief, for making it happen, and welcome to the officers.
At this point in time, we're going to move into 3.01 public comments. We do have one. I believe it's Dimitri Burnworth. Did I say that right? If you can come right here to the microphone, sir. You'll have 3 minutes.
Hi, my name is Dimitri Burnworth, and I am a student body president of Winton Woods. I'm speaking on behalf of the North Campus. If we're preparing students for the real world, we should dress them for real life as such, not a system they'll never see again. Adolescence is the time where self-expression matters most. Yet, strict uniform policies limit the individuality that builds confidence and that engagement. Families also struggle with unnecessary cost of new uniforms every year, money that could go towards extracurriculars or paying simple bills. Research around these subjects, including more than 6,000 U.S. students published by the Early Childhood Research Quarterly, show that uniforms have little to no effect on grades, behavior, attendance, or bullying, while self-expression is linked to higher confidence, well-being, and engagement. Warriors have also spoken very clearly. As warriors, we are proud of our individuality and want to show it. As students, a lot of us are growing and our weight and sizes fluctuate, which can cause uniform issues. But beyond that, they overwhelmingly state we need a dress code, not a uniform. School is not just about self-expression, of course. It's about preparing us for the next steps of our lives, whether that's college, trade school, or entering the workforce. Most jobs and colleges don't require strict uniforms. Instead, they expect individuals to present themselves professionally, make responsible choices, and take pride in their appearance. By allowing self-expression, respectful dress code guidelines, Winton Woods can teach us exactly that, how to uphold high standards for ourselves and make thoughtful decisions while expressing our individuality all at the same time. This approach doesn't lower expectations. It equips warriors with the skills and confidence they need to succeed beyond these walls. Here's my problem. Winton Woods is a majority black and brown school, yet we are the only school in our conference that's required to wear uniforms, unlike nearby schools in our league, for example, Milford, King, and Anderson. We deserve the same treatment, to have policies that reflect fairness, equity, and respect for our student voices. The solution is to maintain a balanced approach, setting fair standards while allowing self-expression, replacing strict uniforms with respectful dress guidelines, and track outcomes like attendance, behavior, and student engagement. Student expression combined with non-gendered dress guidelines is the best way to balance it. Respect individuality and keep the focus on learning, and make Winton Woods warriors proud. Let our voices be heard. Thank you.
Thank you, Dimitri. We appreciate that.
I got a comment too.
Mr. Denny?
Did we receive a form for him to?
I didn't get one.
Okay.
He has. Oh.
Mr. Denny?
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty, sir. You have 3 minutes. Go right ahead.
Good evening. I'm Ishmael Abele, and today I'll be talking about the impact on school uniforms. As a student representative, I want to be clear, mandatory uniforms do not create pride, freedom does. When students are trusted to make choices about their own clothes, they feel respected, confident, and empowered. That's when engagement skyrockets, attendance improves, and participation becomes real because students invest in what they can choose and what they can own and what they can be proud of. School pride is not about what we wear, it's about who we are, how we lead, and the impact we make. At Winton Woods, we are leaders, innovators, creators, and our energy comes from trust, respect, and empowerment, not rules on clothing. Mandatory uniforms may seem like a shortcut to unity, but in reality, they can create barriers and limit engagement. True unity comes from student voices, actions, and ownership. When students are trusted and motivated, attendance rises, participation becomes meaningful, and the school spirit grows tremendously. Freedom doesn't just allow students to wear what they want, it inspires them to show up, step up, and make a difference. Let's make Winton Woods A school where pride comes from what we do, how we lead, and how we show up for each other, not from what we wear. Freedom creates ownership, excitement, and a culture of excellence. A school we're proud to become today, tomorrow, and generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for those two comments. Appreciate it. We'll go right into 4.01. At this point in time, we'll take a brief recess, which will be no longer than 5 minutes. We're back, and we're going to go right into 5.01. Winton Woods Teachers Association. Do we have a WWTA representative here? Seeing none, let's move right on to 5.02, Ohio Association for Public School Employees. Do we have an OPC representative here today? Seeing none, let's go right into 6.01, the waiving of the reading of the minutes. Board, a motion is in order.
Mr. President, I'd like to move we waive the reading of the minutes for the following meetings, the regular meeting November 10th and the regular meeting December 1st.
I second.
It's been motioned and seconded by Mrs. Knighton. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Moving right along into 6.02. The approval of the minutes as presented. A board motion is ordered.
Superintendent. President Smith, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes as presented for the regular meeting on November 10th and the regular meeting on December 1st. I'll second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Board, is there any discussion? No worries. Yep, you're good. Any further discussion?
No.
Just for you. Mrs. Seymour, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Spielman,
Aye.
Ms. Bryant,
Aye.
Ms. Knighton,
Aye.
Ms. Miller.
So, I need to abstain from the November 10th meeting, but approve the minutes for the December 1st.
Thank you. Mr. Smith, ditto.
Ditto. Moving right along to 7.01, the financial statements for November 2025. Mr. Seymour, you have the floor.
Board, before you, you have the financial reports for the month of November. The year-to-date revenues in the general fund are at $28.8 million, with month-to-date revenues of $2.8 million, which was almost entirely state foundation. On the pages 3 and 4, you have the general fund expenditures presented for you by function and then by object. And on the page 5, you have the total unencumbered balance in all funds for November 30th of $21.4 million. And a list of each of those funds is provided for you. The only other thing I'd like to mention is that tonight you will be setting the organizational meeting. So the fiscal year 26-27 budget hearing will be held at 12 noon on January the 12th at the Board of Education office. That would only be for interested citizens that would like to review the budget before the board would adopt it at the organizational meeting that evening.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Seymour. Now let the financial statements presented be filed for audit. Next on the agenda is 8.01, investment reports for November 2025. Mr. Seymour, you have the floor.
Yes, for the month of November, we had approximately $33 million invested, which earned $90,256, of which $76,800 was a general fund, and the building funds are still yielding $13,450, for a total of $90,256.
Thank you, Mr. Seymour. Board, a motion is in order.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to approve the investment report as presented.
I'll second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Board, do we have any discussion?
I just have a quick question, Mr. Seymour. In October, it was 112, and in November, it was 90, but there's only like a $2.5 million difference. Is that the impact?
Some of the variance will come from your portfolio and when some of the investments come mature.
Okay.
And we post the, unlike Star where you post the interest each month, some of the investments are posted at maturity.
So we just ran into maturity with the lower interest rates now.
Yeah, interest rates went down again, yes.
Thank you.
4.23.
Board, any more discussion? Seeing none, Mrs. Seymour, can you call the vote?
Mr. Spielman,
Aye.
Ms. Bryant,
Aye.
Ms. Knighton,
Aye.
Ms. Miller,
Aye.
Mr. Smith.
Aye, that vote passes unanimously. Thank you very much, Board. Let's move on to 9.01. School report. Superintendent Denny, you have the floor.
Thank you, President Smith, and good evening again, Board. Board, you should have before you a report for upcoming school events for the month of December and January. There are quite a few, as you can see. We have a wide variety of fine arts performances as well as athletic events. An important deadline for any of our seniors and their families. This coming Friday is the last day to order graduation items before the cost increase occurs through the vendor. So just something to be mindful of for our seniors and their families. We have a varsity wrestling match coming up this Saturday, varsity wrestling against Withrow, and that is a home meet, so one that we could certainly, we'd be thrilled to have people come check out at a home event for wrestling. Our girls actually take on Princeton a week from this coming Sunday, and that's at Cintas Center, so a very special event coming up there. Pretty excited, it's a great venue, and excited that our girls will be taking on the Lady Vikings at that venue. Winter break starts, of course, after this Friday and concludes on Friday, January 2nd. School starts on January 6th for students, and January 5th is a records day for teachers and staff. Moving on, our organizational meeting for the board is tentatively scheduled for January 12th. Of course, the board will visit that later and solidify and approve that date, or another if it so chooses. But that's the tentative date. And I believe we also have, coming up in January, a boys basketball tournament. It's called the Battle in 614, and it's a tournament against Bishop Hartley in Columbus. So boys basketball taking on Bishop Hartley. Finally, we have OMEA, that's the Ohio Music Education Association, District 14 Solo and Ensemble Contest coming up a little over a month from today. That's January 24th, and that's at Anderson High School. So excited to see our young people compete musically as well. That concludes the summary of the events. There's quite a few more, but board, you can certainly review those at your leisure.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Denny, for that. You can always catch all of our activities on our website or on our district calendar.
So,
Moving right along to 9.02, Student Achievement Report. Superintendent Denny, you have the floor.
thank you, Mr. Smith. Board, you should have before you a CTE update, and we're excited this evening to be joined by our CTE, that's Career Technical Education Coordinator, Dr. Adonica Jones-Parks, and she will be presenting an update on our progress and our work as a district in the realm of workforce development and career technical education. So, Dr. Jones-Parks.
Good evening. Esteemed board members, Superintendent Denny, and the rest of the team, executive team. My name is Adonica Jones-Parks, Dr. Jones-Parks, Dr. JP, and I'm here to provide an update on the career technical education component of teaching and learning. Priorities for this school year includes students' completion of graduation and success plans, identifying students' career interests to plan career activities and pathways that interest the students, expand workforce partnerships, and increase student employer engagement, which actually does in fact affect student engagement, increasing the career awareness and exploration in K-8, expanding work-based learning opportunities and exposure to various careers for high school students, adding career pathways to expand access to CTE for all students, and providing career-related resources and training to complement students' graduation and career plans and build over time, and I might add that, a framework for CTE delivery that upon graduation, students are career ready. What is career technical education? I'll just say what it is not. It is not the vocational ed of the past. It is highly technical, highly academic, and it integrates traditional academic skills and knowledge with technical and job-specific skills and employability skills. Combines classroom instruction, hands-on learning, and often work-based experiences to help students connect education to real-world opportunities and their selected career pathway. Successful completion of a CTE pathway usually results in students earning credentials such as industry certifications and licenses, and some programs allow individuals to pursue associate's and bachelor's degrees by sequencing those credentials. And there are pathways currently that offer dual enrollment, so students can also earn college credit while in high school. So there are definitely some connections with the academics and with post-secondary educational options. Key components of Ohio CTE, career pathways, which are structured course sequences aligned to careers, work-based learning, internships, pre-apprenticeships, and apprenticeships, or job shadowing experiences, industry-recognized credentials, certifications which are recognized by employers and the state, post-secondary alignment, which includes opportunities for college credit plus, articulation agreements, tech prep. Career advising, support such as success plan, and our use of school links, which helps students explore their career interests and set goals for themselves. And a key component, key component of CTE, not only Ohio, but nationwide, is Perkins 5 funding, which is federal support for equitable access and program quality improvement. Benefits, well, there are quite a few, but CTE helps students explore various careers and develop transferable skills to the workforce, increases academic performance and student engagement. Learning is applied to real world of careers. It answers that question. Why do we need to know and fill in the blank? Algebra, calculus, science. It connects. Students can earn college credit while in high school, earn industry-recognized credentials. Students can participate in these internships, pre-apprenticeships, and other work-based learning experiences that lead to employment after graduation, including apprenticeships, which in some apprenticeship programs say is the new 4-year degree. Assist students in meeting graduation requirements. CTE concentrators in Ohio graduate at higher rates than all students. Provide education options for all students, especially students who are underserved. Opens access to high-wage, high-skill, and in-demand career fields. Funding sources. Perkins 5, federal funds. Title funds can be used. Grants, and the state has career awareness and exploration funds. Career-based experiences include a number of opportunities. Speakers, college and career Wednesdays, which we have here at Winton Woods. Post-graduation career preparation, we are piloting for example, we are piloting a program with Project Success. And we also have, with Goodwill, one of our new partners, we also work with Cincinnati Works, who also offers career readiness and coaching and assists with job placement. We have work-based learning such as Forest Park Cadets. We have the Medical Explorers, which is our partnership. We have several students with Mercy Health. So and part of that is our student athletic trainer assistants who engages with Mercy, the trainers who are with Winton Woods to learn about sports medicine and athletic training. We also have students involved in the GE Engineering Discovery, which is our middle school GE Engineering Academy. Our next GEM program, which I spoke of earlier in reference to post-graduation career preparation, are working with seniors. We have our AI Promptathon, which really exposes our students to using AI responsibly and really working and strategizing where they're using their high-order thinking, because AI is here, it is here to stay, and it will expand. So that is another way to look not only at college, but career, and get them exposed and hands-on. We have our Good Works Pathways program, which is our new partner with Ohio Valley Goodwill Industry. We have a college and career fair for high school, college and career fair, middle school. Both, we are expanding to include more businesses, including apprenticeships. Pre-apprenticeships taking place in spring, including manufacturing, medical, and IT. And we have internships for the summer. And Winton Woods is also a work site. Starting next summer, we will be able to employ our students in various departments in our district, where they can learn college and they can be exposed to various careers within our own district. And also, we are working to increase industry tours, because what we're finding, students are showing a lack of interest in some fields, and we think it's because they don't know what it is. And so industry tours allow students to actually see it. And manufacturing being one of the largest and most demand fields right now in Ohio, we are one of the top states in the nation for manufacturing. But you have to see it, because there's this vision of this dirty old factory, and I mean, that's just the vision that we've had in the past, or we don't know what it is. And I had to see it. And we now understand that it's very high tech, it's robotic, and it's, as it says, it's advanced. So we want to make sure our students actually see some of these careers and change perception a little bit and give them some opportunities to make some decisions. New partnerships include Ohio Valley Goodwill with their Good Works Pathways program. It's a workforce readiness program we are piloting for seniors in Project Success. Including in that is they will earn a credential, if they successfully complete the AI Essentials training with it's Google. They will earn a industry credential with that, which is wonderful for their postgraduate plans. We are the first school district that the Ohio Valley Goodwill Industries has worked with. So that's very exciting. We have our Hamilton County Youth Employment through Tablet House. We will start that this summer. And that will actually extend into the fall as well. So there will be some opportunities for students to work, whether it's after school with the athletic department, during school, especially in high school, if they have a bell where they want to work in administrative offices, we'll figure it out, but that's what we'll be working on. But the immediate goal is to plan for the summer. So that kicks off February. We also are we're working with LEAD training, who will be assisting us with pre-apprenticeships for manufacturing. We will be visiting, including in that are industry tours to several manufacturing companies. And we're also seeing organizations, nonprofits, using VR, virtual reality, so students can actually be in the moment without actually leaving the classroom. So there are a variety of ways to really expose our students to careers. We also have, our pre-apprenticeships for spring. I'm meeting with Mercy, we're planning that out, but They will be health sciences, and tentatively up to 50 students can participate. We have the Cincinnati Tech internship program, which is IT. Lead will have health and manufacturing, and the correction will be 12 per path. So it'll be 12 for health and 12 health/medical, and manufacturing 12. So all this is in the works, but I believe health and manufacturing with lead will begin in February. Potential for new CTE pathways and programs for 26-27. Because of some of the partnerships that we have, realistically, Winton Woods could add health sciences. We are in compliance, by the way, at a middle school because now the waivers have ended, so middle school must have career technical education. We do have that with our gateway to Project Lead the Way, which is in high school. But we have the potential that we can pipeline some of these career pathways starting in middle school. And that includes health sciences under sports medicine athletic training, which will be a wonderful addition to our partnership with Mercy. There is a program, Certified Clinical Medical Assistant, which the Oaks is offering second semester. We have several students who have applied for that program, but we could actually have an opportunity to include that inside our own school with the support of the Oaks. There's also, and some of these can be done with senior-only credentials. There are so many ways to do this, but there could be a seniors-only credential, which is only a year. Just a variety of ways that we could explore these opportunities to add some things into our repertoire for academics and careers. Construction technologies is definitely on the table, and there are some partnerships that we are exploring. And we also are adding a career-based intervention program for Project Success that will help we're really gonna focus on those 9th and 10th graders there. And hopefully we can pair it with one of these pathways. We are looking at space in the community building. We are touring tomorrow to just see where we can, because space we know is, well, there's not a lot of it. So we have to make sure that we can, infrastructure-wise, handle some additional things, including logistically, if we need to move, transport students to, say, the community building, for example. As I stated, options include these industry credential-only pathways. Senior-only pathways, those are those seniors who are close to finishing. They have some flexibility in their schedule and they want to pursue some type of certificate, industry-recognized credential. Other options, you can have an existing instructional program that can become a CTE pathway with some, just aligning the courses, teachers becoming a CTE credential teacher, which they have made it an alternative pathway now where it's not, you don't have to go to school for several years to get that credential to be a CTE teacher. And we can continue collaborating with Great Oaks, Scarlett, and the Winton Woods team to make the best decision how we want to proceed forward. We have some challenges, which includes a lack of physical space, lack of teachers certified in CTE, and this is a nationwide issue. None of this is just particular to this district. We are seeing this across the board, particularly those comprehensive high schools that are not career centers. So budget to build and sustain a CTE program, it costs to add programs, it really does. So we have to, pursue grants and just get creative. As we move forward, just the need to build our CTE support staff, because we have a K through 12 band we want to try to work with. And I think a challenge, but it's improving. We just want to improve our awareness of CTE with our key stakeholders and the connection to academics. Path forward, and just to say this is over several years. there's that saying that slow and steady wins the race. I tend to believe that being intentional and steady wins the race. There are multiple ways to approach this. It's just, we have to just take our time. We can consider revising several existing instructional programs. We continue collaboration with the Oaks, particularly Scarlet Oaks, who's been very helpful exploring how we can add a couple of pathways next year. Weigh the pros and cons of a district, quote unquote, owning the career tech pathway or Great Oaks owning them. And that, in most districts, because of the infrastructure, the resources, or lack of, that's why the relationships with the Oaks is in effect, because they can assist districts, provide satellites within your district, students can go to them. Examine budget to determine how to reallocate funds to support CTE, continue to seek grant funding and leverage partnerships with organizations that specialize in career services. That has been very, very helpful for us to work with organizations who are already doing workforce development. They are very open to working with Winton Woods, and so we're building those partnerships. Grants is a very competitive time for everyone, but we are applying, and we're working on it. So, path forward also includes create a cohesive program of career awareness activities for K-6. Career awareness happens at K-6, 7, and 8 is also career exploration, and then 9 through 12 is where your work-based learning takes place. Goal is to really, really increase those industry tours, job shadowing, career-based expos, and showcases, STEM and IT competitions, career services, pre-apprenticeships, and internships. Lofty goals, but we're working on it, it's really the exposure to get the students to expand their horizons, to see what the opportunities are out there for them. The reality is college is not affordable for many of our families, and this, again, is a nationwide issue. However, there are ways to get your education and get your career. And leveraging CTE is one major way. And we want to continue to work on introducing and explaining CTE to our students, teachers, support staff, leadership to build awareness and engagement, increase awareness of CTE through our improved engagement with the community. And this concludes my report.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Board, does anyone have any questions or comments?
I have a question. First of all, thank you so much. I know that this is a lot of information to put into a report, and it may not always be the sexiest of topics per se, but at the Ohio School Board Conference in November, I had the opportunity to attend some sessions that were geared towards CTE, and one of the things that struck me was that there were a lot of school districts that were kind of bragging about their students getting out, being able to buy houses, buy, F-150s, that's one of the examples. And I thought, well, out of high school, really, this is a thing? So it really is a path forward for a lot of students. It doesn't mean that they don't go to college. I mean, it may be that they do, the associate degree and then go into the 4-year, or they decide to trade. So just reframing what education is. Education isn't just a degree, it's being educated to do a skill in the trade. So I'm really glad that we're gonna have this opportunity for our students, and that we have this collaborative effort with the community in which we work, live, and play, because it's important for them to see us as the entity of Winton Woods, and our students being able to get out there and be workforce ready.
Thank you. Anyone else?
No. Very thorough. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, thank you for that presentation. As we know, the CTE space is definitely becoming more prevalent in our education system. So just being mindful of this and being very intentional within the district to ensure that all of our students are getting that opportunity to see it, to feel it, to understand it, to know that that is a very successful pathway for them, and it has a lot of benefits. I think one of the biggest benefits that I keep hearing is the ability to get that associate's degree. With the cost of college steadily increasing, a lot of students need to understand if your pathway can move you that way, it will be beneficial to you to go into a program that can offer you an associate's degree when you graduate from high school. It will save you thousands and thousands of dollars in the long run, and time is money. So thank you for that presentation, and I'm looking forward to where the district is gonna be moving in this CTE space. With that being said, we'll move on to 9.03, facilities update. Superintendent Denny, you have the floor.
Thank you, President Smith, and thank you, Dr. Jones-Parks, for that report as well. I just want to make sure I took some time to mention that. 9.03 board is the facilities update, and this evening would be presented by Mr. Jeremy Day, Executive Director of Business Affairs. Mr. Day.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for having me tonight. A few updates here for you this evening. Baseball field, the infield grass was installed here recently. Looks really, really good. It should be nice, and the roof should be in for the spring. We've got one more dugout that needs to be poured with the concrete. The fencing needs to be installed and the dugout roof's installed, but then we should be all set and ready to go for that. The electric for the scoreboard is just about complete as well. The weather kind of held them up a little bit, but they're just about there on that. Second item, we had the bid opening for the CEO renovation. That was on December 9th, last week. SHP and I are conducting the post-bid reviews now this week, and then they'll be giving their recommendation. That's that. They haven't had it yet. So we did get good numbers that came in though, which was nice to see. So, and then third, we had our Junefield property auction. That did take place on December 1st. We didn't have any bidders show up. No bids were taken. At that point, we're now legally allowed to sell the property. A little bit later on this evening, we would like to be asking for your approval on the listing agreement with NAI Bergman to be able to list that property. So, other than that, yes, sir.
How many bids did we get on the?
We got 7 bids, all ranging from 1.2 million to 1.7 million. So the anticipated was 1.9. So.
Mr. Day, I wanted to follow up on something that was brought to my attention during our fall sports season. We need to have a conversation with the city of Forest Park about those tennis courts.
Okay.
They are a little bit embarrassing, and they need to be addressed. And I know we have signed some joint whatever, but I think they need to understand that it needs some attention. I was there for a match, and a young lady twisted her ankle. She said, "Oh, it's okay. It always happens." Well, no, it doesn't need to always happen.
Shouldn't always happen. Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know why that sprung into my head now, but I did want to bring that up, that we need to have a conversation with them, because that season's going to be coming around shortly, and it takes time to get this stuff done. And it would be nice to have a presentable tennis court for next season.
Yeah, and with something like that, we would go in partial, funding with that, just because we jointly use it. We don't have a large amount of usage, but for our 2 seasons. Right. But I mean, I think it's fair for us to have a percentage of that cost. But you're right, you're not wrong. I mean, it does need to be taken care of, and I can talk to Mr. Falkowski about that here tomorrow.
I'd appreciate that.
No problem.
And it's also good to hear that we're almost finished with our master plan. The last part of that is the central office renovation, so we can finalize that, and all of those dollars appropriated to that will be put to good use in finishing that master plan of getting that CO moved over there and out of those trailers.
Yeah. It was exciting getting the bids back the way we did. I mean, none of the money is going to be coming from general fund, and that's something we've said to the community. We have said it before. We're going to continue to say that, and that is the plan for the money. It all comes out of permanent improvement funds, nothing general fund related at all. So it was nice to see the money, the bids that we got. Yeah, it's exciting time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Wonderful.
2010 is when the facility master plan was penned. So it's 15 years in the making. We're getting close. It's been a journey.
It's been.
Any other questions for Mr. Day, board? Okay, thank you, Mr. Day, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Day. Thank you, Mr. Denny. Let's go ahead and move into 10.01 personnel schedule. Superintendent Denny, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Board, you should have before you for 10.01, the agenda item, personnel schedules A, B, C, D, and E. The board, the recommended action for this agenda item would be to approve personnel schedules as presented, and thank you, Ms. Wilson, for being here, and Executive Director of Human Resources and Legal Affairs. Should you have any questions, board?
Wonderful. At this time, board, I'll maintain a motion.
Mr. President, I'd like to move we approve the personnel schedules as presented.
I'll second that motion.
That's been motioned and seconded. Board, is there any discussion?
I just have two questions. On Schedule A, there's a number of people in that list, more than I usually see. And some of them stretch out to the end of the year. Is that other school districts everybody's looking for more people? Or, let me phrase it differently. When people are leaving, we're doing exit interviews. Are we seeing do they reveal anything?
Yes, we do exit interviews for all of our teachers that leave. We don't do it for classified staff.
Okay.
The turnover is typically higher for classified staff, so,
Okay.
and usually it's related to pay and how we're paid. With the classified staff, I know a big issue that I hear is that we're 9 months worth of work stretched over 12 months worth of pay. And that's rough on people that are trying to, earn a livable wage for their families. So we have great hourly rates, but it's only 9 months of pay.
Can they opt to take their pay in 9 months?
Well, it's their gross is less than if they were to work at, say, another business for 12 months. They're just not grossing the same amount with a 9-month position. And that is not unique to Winton Woods. That is a challenge now with classified school employees. In the past, a lot of those jobs went to our cafeteria workers and support staff. A lot of them were stay-at-home parents who were just supporting the community. Now that's our workforce, but it is very difficult to keep those positions staffed because of the 9 months of pay.
And then on Schedule C, the first person there, is it a new person?
On Schedule C, could you tell me their name, please?
It's a replacement bus driver.
Yes.
It says bus driver replacement, Winton Woods Bus Garage, and their pay, but there's a step there. Is that because
They come with prior experience
Okay.
from another district.
okay.
Yep.
Thank you. That's all my questions.
Anyone else have any questions? Seeing none, Mr. Seymour, can you call the vote?
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye.
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye. That vote passes unanimously. Thank you very much, board. Let's move on to 10.02 supplementary salary schedule. Superintendent Denny, you have the floor.
Thanks again, Mr. Smith. Board 10.02, we are bringing the supplemental salary schedule back, board, for your review and approval. Recommended action would be to approve the supplemental salary schedule, effective back to August 1 as presented. And I believe the only addition for this one is the competitive cheer coach position.
Correct.
Yeah. Other than that, it's the one you've already approved for this year. But board, again, the recommended action would be to approve it as presented.
Board, a motion is in order.
Mr. President, I'd like to move we approve the supplementary salary schedule effective August 1st, 2025 as presented.
I'll second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Board, do we have any discussion? Seeing no discussion, Mr. Seymour, can you call the vote?
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye.
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye. That vote passes unanimously. Thank you very much, board. Let's move on to 10.04, proposal for overnight extended student trip.
No.
No, sorry.
There's one more.
I went too far. Let's go to 10.03. Just kidding. Substitute salary schedule. Superintendent Denny, you have the floor.
Thank you, President Smith. 10.03, board, is the substitute salary schedule. requesting your review and approval for this. Board, the reason this is being brought back is the last item on the schedule you have before you. That is the long-term sub after 30 days in the same position and dedicated long-term sub teacher position. The per diem rate listed there. And Randy, maybe you could add to this as well, but it's essentially the consortium we participate with to provide subs has asked us to add that item so that they can more easily track and have their own audit stream for their records and their purposes as well. So,
It's a contracted sub, so we had to have the board adopt the bachelor's zero day rate.
Yeah.
The board, as Ms. Wilson would also agree, we already have it listed as the long-term sub bachelor zero, which is the 253.72 divided by 185. And Hamilton County, since we're contracting through them for this position, they asked the board to approve that day rate. Is that right?
Yes, and the bigger issue is from time to time, most of our long-term subs start and work 30 days. After 30 days, they move to long-term sub status if they don't change positions. Sometimes, especially with special education teachers, we have to hire someone, and in order to get someone with a license that knows how to write IEPs, monitor IEPs, service students with disabilities, we have to start that rate on day one. And so in the past, we just did it with the county. We would just call them and say, start them on day one. They recently underwent an audit and asked us to have it board approved so that when we do that, there's a paper trail of the authority under which we were doing it. Does that make sense?
So board, that's the reason for the change and this schedule reappearing. But again, the recommended action would be to approve the salary schedule, substitute salary schedule, effective August 1 as presented.
Thank you, Superintendent Denny. Board, a motion is in order.
Mr. President, I make a motion to approve this substitute salary schedule effective August 1st, 2025 as presented.
I'll second.
It's been motioned and seconded. Board, is there any discussion?
I just wanted to clarify the rate. So is it the 253.72 per day that's listed here for the dedicated long-term sub?
Yes.
Okay. And then the regular rate is 135, correct?
The regular rate, the first 30 days is 135 per day.
Okay.
And then after day 30 in the same position,
Then they flip to the other
then they
rate.
get bachelor step zero, which is the same as the dedicated
Okay.
sub rate.
Perfect.
This just gets them there quicker for those niche positions that we need someone today that has the right credential, that's willing to do it, but, costs more than someone that's willing to work for 135 for 30 days.
Perfect.
A
Thank you.
general sub.
Any more discussion?
No.
Mr. Seymour, can you call the vote?
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye.
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye, that vote passes unanimously. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Board. Now, let's move to 10.04. Any objections? None? Thank you. Proposal for overnight extended student trip. Superintendent Denny, you have the floor.
Thanks again, President Smith. 10.04 is, as you mentioned, the proposal for an overnight extended student trip. Wentworth High School girls varsity basketball, January 17, 18, and 19. And the trip is to Millersburg, Ohio. Board, you should have before you that proposal in its entirety, the application. And the recommended action would be to approve this proposal as presented.
Thank you, Superintendent Denny. Board, a motion is in order.
I make a motion to approve the proposal for overnight extended stay student trip Winton Woods High School girls varsity basketball team, January 17th through the 19th, 2026 in Millersburg, Ohio, as presented.
I'll second.
That's been motioned and seconded. Board, is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Seymour, can you call the vote?
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye.
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye, that passes unanimously. Thank you very much, Board. Let's go ahead and move to 10.05, the second read of board policy. Superintendent Denny, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Board, you should have before you the second half the second read of the second half of the fall update from the board's subscription service, Neola, for policy writing. Board, there's a variety of policies here, some replacement, some recension, several technical corrections, and then some revisions as well. But the recommended action, board, would be to approve the second read, replacement, recension, revision, and technical correction of the board policies presented and as outlined below.
Thank you, Superintendent Denny. Board, a motion is in order.
Board, I make a motion to approve the second read, replacement, rescind, revised, and technical correction board policies as presented.
I'll second.
That's been motioned and seconded. Board, is there any discussion or questions
I'd like to make a comment.
or comments?
I'd like to comment on a number of the policies that we are reviewing tonight. We need a well-planned and well-coordinated continuity of operations plan and an emergency plan in writing. This is a required given. These are policies that are legally recommended for us to adopt tonight as a result of the very active State House and Senate, along with the bureaucratic infrastructure that goes along with them. Policy 8300 calls for continuity of organizational operation plan, and it states, having a plan to recover from any type of crisis, emergency, disaster, regardless of its severity or the consequences of the incident event. The plan shall include strategies aimed at resuming instructional and crucial business functions within 5 business days. Given we recently experienced a pandemic, I'm sure that no one had that in their continuity of organizational operation plans. This seems a bit all-encompassing. And this plan must be in place in writing for each department, and we, board, now must approve this plan. And then policy 8400, school safety. The emergency management plan, EMP, shall consist of a single document to address all hazards that may negatively impact the school, including but not limited to, and there's a detailed listing that's given, and then it adds, or events that the superintendent knew or should have reasonably known. When language such as this includes the word all as stated, it worries me. Again, prior to 2020, who would have planned for a worldwide pandemic? I know we must approve these, but the all-inclusive language that seems like passing the buck from someone higher. I will vote yes, since our legal consultant has recommended these policy revisions. They are just over the top. And I would like to commend Mr. Denny and his team for their work to keep these plans updated, revised, and audited as required. Thank you, Mr. Denny, and your executive team.
Thank you, Mr. Spielman.
Mm-hmm.
I actually do have a question as well. It's interesting because my question was about the continuity of organizational operations plan policy, because the part that I noticed that was changing in this policy specifically shifts responsibility to the Board of Education and its development of that plan.
Yeah.
And so my question was, well, who was responsible before? Because now it specifically calls us out. And so to me, that's a big responsibility. Especially not knowing the day-to-day operation. I mean, like, we oversee it, but I'm not on the safety response team. So that's a huge responsibility. So I feel like, as we approach our organizational meeting in January, I mean, that's something we need to talk about if we need to have a committee for this, or, if this policy is now shifting responsibility to us, I feel like we need more involvement.
I think there's a number of things that shifted more to the board.
For
Where
sure.
it said the board shall.
Yeah, because
that
that language
was reiterated
definitely,
a couple
this
times.
was the one that really struck me out of, all of them, because there were some other revisions, but this one was very clear, and it's like, it went from just more general speak to shifting it to the Board of Education and the responsibility. So, definitely something I would like to keep on our agenda for maybe the January work session or such, so.
And I talked to Mr. Denny about this because some of them have quarterly reviews and audits, some have annual career audits, some have every 6-month audits, and some have 2 or 3 year audits.
Yeah.
So it's like, Mr. Denny, how do you keep track of all this?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we have a checklist. But that's why I want to commend him and his team for keeping up with all those audits that have to be filed.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And we can add that to a work session agenda if that would be the pleasure of the board, and have further discussion around it. Yeah. You can see what we do now to try to accommodate that. I think his point's well taken, though, when it says all.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big set of possibilities.
During our discussion, I said, what about a nuclear attack?
Oh,
They took that out.
That
Well,
used to be in
that
the
used to
state's
be in there.
template and was
They took
made,
it out.
yeah, optional, so.
but if you look
A little,
at,
a little
Maybe-
humor.
All doesn't mean all.
but if you pay attention to like when some of these policies were originally adapted, and then last revised, so like a lot of them were revised in 2023, and now here you go, almost 2.5 years later, 3 years. So what's changed? So a lot, you have to pay attention to what's going on around you, to your point, shifting the responsibility from like a national or a local response to now you have to do that. And that we're all funded differently. We all have different infrastructures across the state. So it is a little challenging to kind of go, how do you have, their plan may have this because they have the money to do these things and we may not without the assistance of others, so.
There's 5 policies that that used to refer you to the ADA office in
Correct.
Cleveland, Ohio, that now refer you to the ADA office in the federal office building in Washington DC.
Correct. Yes.
I'm finished.
Any more discussion?
No.
Thank you, board, for that. These are definitely things we will have to begin to address, and so our organizational meeting in January, let's be prepared. Seeing no more discussion, Mr. Seymour, can you call the vote?
Mr. Spielman,
Aye.
Ms. Bryant,
Aye.
Ms. Knighton,
Aye.
Ms. Miller,
Aye.
Mr. Smith.
Aye. That passes unanimously. Board, thank you very much. Next, we'll move on to 10.06. Realtor agreement for the sale of 71 and 73 Junfield property. Superintendent Denny, you have the floor.
Thanks, Mr. Smith. Board, you should have before you a listing agreement. That agreement is for the marketing, commercial marketing of 73 Junfield, also known as 71/73 Junfield. Those were 2 parcels that were merged at some point in the past, according to the title search work that was done on behalf of the district. But that parcel nonetheless went to public auction per Ohio Revised Code and board policy for the disposition of real property. It did not sell. As a result, it is then the board's purview to place it to a commercial list for marketing and conveyance. So board, you should have before you that listing agreement that names NAI Bergman as the contracted entity to move that property for the district. Property has been appraised and has a value. And we've had no public auction bids on that property. This is the same company as well that assisted with the marketing of the Kingsbury property that's still in process and the Halesworth property that's been completed, for the sale's been completed. The recommended action, board, would be to approve this listing agreement with NAI Bergman for the sale of 71/73 Junfield Avenue as presented.
Thank you, Mr. Denny. Board, a motion is in order.
Mr. President, I'd like to move we approve the listing agreement with NAI Bergman for the sale of 71 and 73 Junfield Avenue, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45218 as presented.
I'll second.
That's been motioned and seconded. Board, is there any discussion?
Just a comment, there were no changes to the standard contract, which I was kind of surprised at. Usually there's something in there that somebody wants to change, and that there were no changes, no revisions, no crossouts. That's a good thing.
Anyone else? Seeing none, Mr. Seymour, can you call the vote?
Mr. Spielman,
Aye.
Ms. Bryant,
Aye.
Ms. Knighton,
Aye.
Ms. Miller,
Aye.
Mr. Smith.
Aye. That vote passes unanimously. Thank you very much, board. Let's move on to 11.01, our legislative report, and we'll get that from Mr. Spielman. You have the floor.
Thank you, thank you. The legislative report attached to your minutes is only 35 pages this month. There's a couple critical pieces, and I'll be short. The House is on a break right now, and they don't return until February 18th for their first voting session, and the Senate returns on January 28th. Committees for the House come back February 3rd, and for the Senate the prior week. The only real legislation that has passed is Governor DeWine vetoed Senate Bill 50, and that refused to change the law to allow 14 and 15-year-olds to work until 9 p.m. on a school night. The legislature has until December 31st, 2026 to vote to override this veto, but they're not meeting, so slim to no chance. There were 9 bills that passed both the House and Senate. Many of these are the property tax and changes that we're hearing about. Once they got to the governor's desk, he has 10 business days to either sign, veto, or not do anything and allow them to become legislation or law. And so he hasn't done anything with any of them yet. So maybe in January, in January we'll know one way or the other what he did. And I could go into details, but until they're passed, we've all read about them, we've all heard about them. They're the same 9 property tax issues that have been talked about over the past couple months. So, and they're all detailed in your legislative report.
Thank you, Mr. Spielman. Next, moving on to 11.02, the Great Oaks report, and I will let our new Great Oaks representative, Vice President Knighton, handle that.
Thank you, and thank you, Board, for the appointment to the Great Oaks Career Technical Center Board. I am looking forward to starting that in January. I did have the pleasure of meeting with the superintendent and treasurer of Great Oaks, so I got a wonderful orientation to the board, and I'm excited about the appointment. Just a couple quick updates. We do have reports from November and December. As our board meeting in November was a little early, we didn't have that information yet. But for November, we did have some students recognized. Sammy Rojas Herrera, he was actually named as the Student of the Month in the Aviation program. And Dierez Miller, he was also Student of the Month in the Information Technology program. And then for December, we had Heaven Boos, which was a veterinary assisting, mentioned as the student influencer, which is awesome. And then we also have a partnership with the Oaks program and Project Search, where we had some interns placed at Xavier University, and they completed their first internship rotation. Students Olivia Coffey and Tristan Sims. They'll be actually starting their second and third internships there at Xavier. And then just a final reminder that Oaks applications are open right now for high school students. So just a notice to all parents out there, if you have a child that is interested in one of the programs at the Oaks, please make sure that they're talking with their counselor at the high school to get more information on that. So again, board, thank you for that, and I'll pass it back to our president.
Thank you, Ms. Knighton. And we would like to say thank you to Mr. Jeffrey Birdie, who served this year as our representative. He is a former board member and an absolute wonderful person dedicated to this district. He was on the board for many, many years. He was definitely a great mentor to me coming onto the board my first couple of years. So I personally want to say thank you to Mr. Birdie for all of your dedication, the phone calls, the emails, the text messages, keeping us up to date with what's going on at the Great Oaks, and always offering some advice and sharing his wisdom when it comes to things Winton Woods City School District and Board of Education. So once again, thank you to Mr. Jeffrey Birdie for all of his hard work and dedication to the Winton Woods City School District. Next on the agenda, let's go right into 12.01, and this is to set the date, time, and location of the organizational meeting. Mr. Seymour, you have the floor.
It's been suggested that you set the organizational meeting for January the 12th at 6:30 at this location.
Thank you, Mr. Seymour. Board, a motion is in order.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion that we set our organizational meeting for 2026 for January the 12th, 2026 at 6:30 at the Early Childhood Central Campus stage, room 184, which is at 825 Waycross Road, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
That's been motioned and seconded. Board, is there any questions, comments, or concerns? Seeing none, Mr. Seymour, can you call the vote?
Mr. Spielman,
Aye.
Ms. Bryant,
Aye.
Ms. Knighton,
Aye.
Ms. Miller,
Aye.
Mr. Smith.
Aye, that vote passes unanimously. Thank you, Board. Let's move right on to 12.02, the appointment of a president pro temp. Once again, my reign as president ends on December 31st at 11:59 and 59 seconds. And at 12:00, January 1st, 2026, we will need to establish a president pro temp that will take us into our organizational meeting, in which we will then vote for and assign our president for the 2026 calendar year. So, Board, a motion is in order.
Mr. President, I'd like to move that we appoint Angela Knighton as president pro temp until the meeting is appointed at the 2026 organizational meeting.
Do I hear a second? It's been seconded. Any comments, questions, concerns, discussions? Seeing none, Mr. Seymour, can you call the vote?
Mr. Spielman,
Aye.
Ms. Bryant,
Aye.
Ms. Knighton,
Aye.
Ms. Miller,
Aye.
Mr. Smith.
Aye, that vote passes unanimously, Board. Thank you very much. Moving on to 13.01, comments from the board. And let's start with our trustee treasurer, Mr. Seymour.
I just wish everybody a happy holiday. How's that?
See, I knew you had
love
words today.
it.
I just knew it. I felt it in my spirit. Mrs. Bryan, go right ahead, please.
I want to say congratulations to all the winners and thank you for all of your hard work and showing up and representing Winton Woods and your families. Also wishing each and every one of you a great holiday season. Hopefully everyone will stay warm and safe. An emphasis on the warm and safe. And thank you guys for re-electing me and allowing me to be a part of this wonderful community and wonderful school district. We have a lot of work to do, but I know with these wonderful men and women beside me that we'll get all of it done. I think that's about it. Go Warriors.
Thank you much. Vice President Knighton.
I will say, everybody, I hope, has a wonderful, enjoyable, restful, holiday break, and Happy New Year, and definitely look forward to seeing you all in January.
Thank you very much, Board Member Miller.
Happy holidays to everyone. I want to say a thank you to the board for my appointment and also for our community for electing me this past November. And I also want to do a quick plug since Adonica mentioned this. The GE Next Engineers application is open for 10th graders. It does not close until January 23rd. So please encourage your students to apply if they're interested in a career in engineering.
Mr. Spielman.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Smith for his 1 year of service as our president. He can talk off the top of his head and feel comfortable. Me, on the other hand, I need my notes. So with that, I would also like to extend my personal congratulations to our award recipients that we recognized earlier tonight for strong positive character traits, excellence in fine arts and athletics, special recognition in a citywide art competition, a student influencer at Scarlet Oaks, an intermediate teacher, and a recognized principal in a community church that worked to beautify our grounds. Your efforts are much appreciated. At Winton Woods, we have a motto called the Warrior Way, and those 3 traits are responsibility, respectful, and trustworthy. These recipients honor those three goals. Secondly, I recently attended a meeting down at UC where a veteran was speaking. He had lost both legs just above the knee, along with damage to both hands in an IED explosion in Afghanistan almost 12 years ago. He is now to the point in his recovery process where he can add some humor to his unbelievable story of life and healing after the explosion. He had been in Afghanistan in a particular city to disarm bombs and IEDs, as this was his specialty. Who wants that specialty? He said that whenever he speaks or whenever he's out, people thank him for a service, especially given his injuries. He never knew what to say. Thank you seemed to be a lame response, according to him. But he made an amazing statement, at least I thought he did. Now when someone thanks him for a service, he says, thank you, but please be the kind of person that makes my sacrifice worth it. I was blown away. That gave me a new standard to honor. May we be the kind of people, staff, students, and community members that make their sacrifice worth it. Wow, what an inspiration. I'd also like to remind our students, Mrs. Knighton brought it up, that the applications are now open for Great Oaks programs. Get your applications in. After there's 3 open houses in January, and the applications must be in by February 8th. And I'm assuming the guidance counselors and people at the high school are letting everybody know about that. And I too want to extend my wishes for a Merry Christmas to all of our staff, students, my fellow board members, in our community as we celebrate the birth of our Savior. And then after that, a Happy New Year with many blessings and much peace to our families. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Spielman. Superintendent Denny.
Thanks, Mr. Smith. So I guess first of all, I'll start with thanks to everyone involved, staff, students, families, board, our executive team, principals for their patience over the last couple school days. We've had some interesting weather, and that 2-hour delays especially are disruptive and difficult, so I just appreciate everybody rolling with that and making the best decisions we can for everyone's safety involved. And there is a informational webpage on our district site if anyone's ever interested in checking that out. It outlines some of our processes and procedures and how we get to the decisions we make. But certainly appreciate the parents especially and their patience. Board, thanks for the opportunity to be a part of this team, to be in this role and serve our community, our staff. It's been we're wrapping up a calendar year, so I appreciate that. Want to appreciate our team, our executive team, our leadership team. Appreciate Randy as well and working with him to try to create better student outcomes, better opportunities for our kids, for our staff. It was really great to see so many of the awards this evening. Shout out to Varsity Ensemble for their appearance with the Pops on Friday, 2 shows, their appearance with the Pops on the Cincinnati Pops Orchestra on Sunday, 2 shows. That is a tremendous honor. There are 49 districts in Southwest Ohio in our 4-county region. Only 3 appeared with the Pops this weekend. So just very proud. And again, if you've ever heard Varsity Ensemble perform, you understand exactly why they are where they are and doing what they do. And then last but not least, appreciate the 2 young men that came to speak to the board this evening. That's not easy to do, and they did it with class, and they did it with thoughtfulness, and just appreciate what they had to say, and representing their fellow students and expressing themselves in that way. So thanks, and happy holidays to everybody.
Thank you, Superintendent Denny. Well, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who stayed. Appreciate you. I know it was almost standing room only, but thank you for your dedication to this district. We appreciate you, especially coming out on a Monday night, and we didn't even have school today, so we thank you. Thank you to my fellow board members. What a wonderful year. Thank you for allowing me to serve as your president. It's been an honor and a privilege to do so. And thank you to Superintendent Denny and to Mr. Seymour for your trusted leadership and working with me this year. I appreciate it. I'm not going anywhere, obviously, but it was just an honor to serve. And I thank the people for reelecting me as well. I enjoy what I do what I enjoy, and I do it for the kids, and I do it for the people. So with that being said, just thank you. We'll move right on into 14.01, executive session. Board, there is no need for an executive session, so we'll move right into 15.01. I will now call this meeting of the Winton Woods City School District Board of Education adjourned. Thank you to all in attendance, and thank you once again to Waycross Community Media for always being here and spreading our word.